Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, August 12th, 2016. Traders coming to you from Thailand. Bright blue, sunny skies, windy day, white sandy beaches, absolutely beautiful at 7:17 a.m. Bangkok, Thailand time, and it would be 2018 hours on Wall Street. Wow. Yes, we are 11 hours ahead of Wall Street in Thailand. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, TGIF on a Friday. However, we have quite an active day today. Plenty of data today. It is going to be one of those days that's going to last a long time. We have data throughout the whole day today, so it won't be boring on a Friday, that's for sure. Well, for those of you who don't know me, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilda, and I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, in 2006, I started my trading career, and in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later after I retired, I came to Thailand to celebrate my retirement and my career, and well, I'm still in Asia 9 years later. Yeah, I'm one of those. Came, never went home. Still here and loving it. Asia's quite an interesting place to retire, and I have to tell you, the time zone is awesome if you're a Forex trader or any trader. The only disadvantage is that I don't get the U.S. afternoon session. That comes like 11 p.m. my time. That would be 12 noon on Wall Street. So I don't get to trade New York. I only trade about the first 2 hours, and I trade options. I do not trade Forex. My Forex trading stops about 2 hours before the New York Open. I take a break, and then I hit the desk for my options trading, and I only stay in that market for about 2.5 hours, depending on the day. Today's going to be a long one. Today's going to be a long day. We've got a lot of data coming out in New York today. Pretty active day today. So just real quickly, how do I trade? Well, I'm a pullback trader. I like to see a currency pair make a move. I like to use the Fibonacci tool, look for a nice pullback, and then I like to take my trade in the direction of the trend on a higher time frame. I use the daily chart a lot to determine what is the trend of that pair. I also listen to fundamentals. I'm really big into fundamentals now, and I listen. I pay for a news feed. It's so important that you know what's going on around the world, and you need to know when data is coming out and when it's not coming out. Data can really mess up a trade real quick if you're not prepared for it. If you're in profit, of course, you want to secure your break even, maybe even take some off the table. If you're not in profit, you might want to pull your stop really tight in case it whipsaws. Take a loss, but take a minimal loss, right? And all that good stuff. I'm a technician. I love reading candlestick charts. I think $5 trillion. I think candlestick charts are. That was my news feed, by the way. I think candlestick charts are just really just tells you a story, and you need to know candlestick patterns. You need to know what those candles are telling you. Price action, price structure, and price failure, and of course, very importantly, is price levels. Forex repeats itself. If there's a level that it's rejected on a higher time frame and a lower time frame, right? Most likely, if it comes back to that level again, it will do the same. And I have one platform that just has levels on it. That's it, just levels on one of my screens. So if I'm going to take a trade, I can go and check and make sure I'm okay with that. All right, and one of my platforms that I really enjoy, it actually has an automated system that gives me support and resistance levels. The only issue with that is that it changes all the time, right? So when the next day comes out, those levels are different from the levels before. So they're not on the chart, for months like my other platform. But it's just really important. The name of the game is capital preservation, folks. We need to make sure we can trade the next day, and it's just so important. And that's what we want to teach you here, is to stay trading. And, my mode is trade small, but trade a lot. I like being in a lot of positions, and I trade small. And if I take a hit, it's okay, because I'm in a lot of positions, and it's just the way I trade. And you got to be active in the market. You can't do this as a hobby. Trading any market is not a hobby. Um, and really, if you're doing it as a hobby, please go go do something else. Go fishing. Trading is not a hobby. Okay. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. And you must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other market. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, that's the legal stuff. Keep them happy. All right, let's take a look at. We're gonna look at the calendar first today, just how it happens that I have it. I have it in my hand and it's up and running already. Yeah, so today we had some medium impact news come out. I think out of New Zealand, and some of it was worth mentioning. One is core retail sales beat expectations. Retail sales beat expectations. Retail sales quarterly versus yearly is beat expectations. So New Zealand had some really good data today. We do have coming up in the Asia session, we have China industrial production high impact news event. In the Eurozone, we have German GDP quarter on quarter today, high impact news event. And then we really, through the London session, have all medium impact news events. However, it's throughout the whole day, so there's plenty to keep there. Once we get into the U.S. session, we have core retail sales month on month. We have PPI month on month for July. Those are two high impact news events. Then we have retail sales month on month for July, high impact news event. And these are all coming out at the same time. And then medium impact in the U.S. is Michigan consumer sentiment. I never understood why they never made that a high impact news event, because it does move the market. Also, Michigan consumer expectations comes out today. So quite an active day for a Friday, which is usually unusual for us, right? Usually Fridays and Mondays are usually pretty quiet, but not today. It's a quite active day today, so price action should stay on the move. Let's take a look at how the markets closed yesterday. The Dow 30 closed up 0.64%. The S&P 500 closed up 0.47%. The Nasdaq closed up 0.46%, with the small cap 2000 closing up 0.40%. I think they were saying it was a record for the S&P. If I read that correctly early this morning, before the sun was up, I was reading news and seeing what was going on. All right, so let's take a look at the Eurozone. Also, everybody looks like they're in the green. The DAX was up 0.86%. The FTSE 100 was up 0.70%. The CAC 40 out of Paris was up 1.17%, with the Eurostoxx 50 up 0.88%. Let's take a look at what's going on my side of the world. Some of these countries are not open yet. They don't open for another 40 minutes or so. The Nikkei 225, however, is currently trading at 0.71%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up 0.69%. The China 850 closed yesterday positive 0.54% as they're not open. And the Hang Seng is not open yet. They're open in 40 minutes, but they did close positive 0.39%. However, the Kospi out of Seoul is currently trading, and they are positive 0.46% in the first 35 minutes of their trading day. So, a lot going on, lots happening, and this is good stuff. I'm really excited that we're in the mode that we're in, and I think we're gonna really do some good stuff today. We have some charts that are duplicates from yesterday, because price action just made a move and is back in the same spot that it was 24 hours ago. So, don't get bored, just get excited and get ready for a great trading day today. It's nice to go into a weekend with a positive note, right? And that's what we need to do. Remember, the glass is always half full, not half empty. Even on a bad day, the glass is half full. And I try to keep that in my mind all the time. It's a positive thing. This is not negative. So, yeah, looking forward to a good day. Nothing going on over the weekend, so I'm going to hold trades over the weekend. I don't think that's going to be any relevance. The big thing is oil now is above $43 a barrel. It's staying in that range, isn't it? That $41 to $45 a barrel range. And then, we had last month where it was at $50, $49 a barrel. So it's staying in that range, and I would expect oil to head to the upside. I really expect this to happen. and it's all rigged. It's all formulated, and the oil people know where it's going to go. This is not like a secret or anything. It's pretty manipulated, to be honest with you. The biggest banks in the world manipulate oil. Okay, and we won't get onto that soapbox because that'd take up my whole 15 minutes. Let's get to the charts. This is the euro dollar. Euro dollar is bearish, bearish, bearish. Okay, it had a spike up yesterday, came all the way back down, and here we are, the same place we were yesterday, 24 hours ago, and we got the same trade plan. We want this to pull back to the R1 at 1.1174, which it did yesterday. And if you took the trade, now this was in New York, so this was like in the middle of the night for me. But if you did take the trade, you did quite well. Really, it was early in New York. Really like London lunch, it looks like. And you want to take profit at 1.1119. You can see I have placed the Fibonacci tool on the chart. This could just drop from here. This could just absolutely do nothing and just drop from here. And that's fine. There's no, if that's what it is, we'll just take it from there. And hopefully it'll get down to the 23.6 fib, right? All right, let's take a look at the pound. The good old pound is doing its thing. Down, down, down. Let's go down some more. And it just keeps thumping, right? This pair just keeps thumping, and little tricky to get in. You got to be on top of this pair if you're going to trade the pound. So we're looking for a pullback, right? And I want a pretty strong one to that 30.10 area. However, if we get to 29.90, I would really consider taking this pair to the downside and just let it do its thing and just take a very small position on the pound today. It's a Friday. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Not a lot happened yesterday in the Aussie. You can see it's just sideways. This is a chart from yesterday, which is just the same trade plan. We want to pull back up to the R1 at 0.7746. We want to get out at 0.7658. Really easy trade plan, folks. This isn't like advanced calculus here. This is pretty easy stuff here. The only thing you have to be careful is, the Aussie dollar is a commodity pair, right? Like the New Zealand. So you have to be careful with data being released with the Aussie. But there was data released yesterday. We see that big blue candle with that big spike on it, whipsawed, from one of the data releases from yesterday. So we'll just keep an eye on that. The Euro Aussie, one of my favorites, is really in a spot that we can take this short, right? But I don't want to. I really want to see this come up to the 200 again. And we'll get in this at 45.20. Somewhere around that area you'd like to get in this. That 200 exponential moving average is going to be an issue, though, and it might not get all the way up, and that's fine. We could take this short off the 200 exponential moving average. For those of you who might be new, that's the green line on the chart. The blue line is a 55 EMA, and the red little thin line is a 10 exponential moving average, okay? So maybe this will pull up, or maybe it's just going to dump from here. We'll have to see what happens. I would like to see at London Open this be up at the 200. We could just sell it and basically just put the trade in and forget about it. Just let it do its thing. It's either going to work or it's not, right? I want to give this like a 10 or 15 pip stop, right? It's either going to work or it's not. And this doesn't really get affected by data too much, this pair. It's amazing the personality of these currency pairs. It really is. Here's Euro Yen. Made this pop up yesterday. We talked about this yesterday, that there was a good chance this was going to do this, and it did. If you took the trade from yesterday, you did okay. Didn't make it all the way to our take profit area, but you made profit. The trick was getting out of the trade, right? You didn't hold on to it and got out of it pretty quick. And this thing just took off. And now I like where it's at, because now we can sell this. And the problem now is it's very close to support. We got a daily pivot point, the 200, the 55, right? I put a star next to that, right? We got a lot of price action left of the chart at that daily pivot, and I don't want to short into this hard, strong support. So we're going to wait for this to settle down. Hopefully it'll pull back up and give us a nice little pullback to the 113.63 area, and we'll get out at 112.89. A nice 65, 70 pip trade if it works for us, and we can use this Euro Yen to our advantage. Just be careful with the yen pairs, folks. They're going to do a stimulus move here, and they're going to do it when you don't know it, right? That's the way they do, and they do what they do, and we know how they do. For 10 years I've been looking at charts, and I'm pretty well aware of what they're going to do when the JPYs want to do intervention. This is our chart from yesterday. It's same. We just need a pullback. We need to get in this. If it goes to the daily pivot point and gives us a bearish candlestick formation, we can take the short at the daily pivot point. I don't necessarily like it because you got a 55 and a 200, and those EMAs are not going to change by London or even London lunch. It's going to take time for that to happen on this 30-minute chart. So I'd like to see this pull back, and hopefully by London lunch, this will be at our R1, and we can sell this really at like 72.90, and we can get in this and sell it and just ride it through the U.S. session. And hopefully the dollar stays strong. Again, this is a commodity pair, so you have to be careful with data. All right, traders, on a Friday, August 12th, 2016, thank you for being with me for the week. It's been a fun week. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Traders, be careful when you're trading today. And again, thank you for being with me on a Friday. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. And again, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, like we say every day, please trade smart and not hard, and enjoy your weekend break. Traders, will see you in the next energy session. Have a great time, and talk to you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.